You're walking down Philadelphia's historic South Street, and you've just reached the corner with 4th Street. As you're waiting to cross to the other side, you accidentally look down and spot a weird-looking, colorful tile. Wow, you think, what a wonderful piece of street art. But as you read the tile's inscription, the smirk is gone from your face. It contains an ominous warning for the future. If you think that's spooky, wait till you hear that the exact same plates have been found across the city of Philadelphia and many other cities in the United States, such as New York, Boston, Pittsburgh, and Chicago. They have found hundreds of similar plates as far as South America in Buenos Aires. A total of around 600 Toynbee tiles, that's what they're called, have been described so far. The first photographs of these tiles started appearing during the late 1980s, but the media didn't get interested in them until around a decade later. In October of 1994, a newspaper article intrigued its readers by mentioning some cryptic words that are part of at least 7 street markers on Calvert and a few other streets in downtown Baltimore. But the Toynbee tile story really went viral on the internet and in the printed media in the early 2000s. So these tiles, or plaques, are usually the size of an American license plate, although there are bigger ones. It looks like they're made from linoleum, a material used as a floor cover. All of these tiles have one thing in common: the inscription after which they were named, Toynbee tiles. The first line of the inscription reads, Toynbee Idea, which is most certainly a reference to Arnold J. Toynbee, a 20th century English historian who specialized in international affairs. The second segment of the inscription is a reference to the iconic 1968 movie 2001: A Space Odyssey, directed by Stanley Kubrick. The third line of Toynbee tiles is the most ominous one, as it directly mentions bringing back into life the deceased. This sends chills down the spine of any passerby who happens to stumble upon one of these tiles. But the mystery only goes deeper with the last line, on planet Jupiter. It's unclear why the 5th planet from the sun is mentioned at the end and not some other planet. When we read them separately, the meaning of these 4 lines is kind of clear. But once we join them together in a single message, they make no sense whatsoever. And things get even more mysterious and creepy when you find out that ever since the tiles started appearing on American streets, not a single person or organization has come forward to claim they were behind them. If they were an art installation or someone's art class project, they would have revealed this decades ago. Even weirder, no one has ever seen the tiler work, despite the fact their tiles are placed in busy spots that thousands of pedestrians and motorists cross every day. And because of the technique that is used to place and secure a Toynbee tile in the street, it doesn't look like it's possible to do it quickly and without anyone spotting the tiler. When we put together all the evidence we have, it looks like once a tile is made, the tiler wraps it in tar paper, like the one used in construction to insulate roofs. Then, they wait for a moment when there's no one in the street, such as early morning hours. The tiler then installs the plaque where they want it to be and secures it into place using asphalt glue. In the weeks that come, car tires go over the tile, slowly embedding the inscription into the asphalt. At this time, the tar paper, originally used to protect the tile, wears away, and the mysterious inscription is revealed to the world. It all sounds pretty awesome, but tiles that were installed this way in the middle of highways or busy streets wore off quite fast, and others are simply repaved. That's why a large number of Toynbee tiles only exist in photos now. Local authorities across the United States don't share the same opinion on Toynbee tiles. Some, like the city of Chicago, actively work to remove them, while city officials in Philadelphia, where their epicenter is, see them as street art and actually try to preserve them. But the million-dollar question remains: who made the tiles, and what message are they trying to share? An artist from Pennsylvania, Justin Dewar, decided to find the answers and solve the mystery. While working as a foot courier in Philadelphia back in 1996, he was the first to document the Toynbee tiles. As soon as the city's public library got internet access, Dewar took a day off and went to search for data about the mysterious phrase. He found nothing online, which only fired up his imagination and deepened the mystery. Most of the things we know about the cryptic Toynbee tiles, we know because of Dewar and his helpers, who formed an unofficial detective squad to solve the Toynbee tiles case. Dewar believed that the tiles were the work of another Philly local known as Severino "Sevy" Verna. The full story about this suspect goes back to 1983, when a social worker contacted newspapers and talk shows under a made-up name, James Morasco, to share his wacky idea of colonizing Jupiter with people who were no longer alive on Earth. He claimed to have gotten the idea while reading Toynbee's works. According to Dewar and his team, Morasco and Verna were the same person. To make things even weirder, Dewar took the time to walk the neighborhood where Verna used to live and found small proto-tiles, which he believed were tests for the real deal. Local radio amateurs came forward, claiming that Verna had broadcasted his theories via shortwave radio. What sealed the case for Dewar were Verna's neighbors, who witnessed the man driving a car with a long antenna sticking from the roof, broadcasting his theories. The car he drove lacked a passenger seat, which fit into Dewar's theory perfectly. This would explain how the tiler avoided detection every single time. He was throwing the tiles out of the car, which had a hole in the floor. But still, this explanation doesn't solve the mystery, as it could have all been a coincidence, and the question remains: if Verna, or Morasco, was indeed the secretive tiler, why hasn't he come forward by now? He had been trying to grab the media's attention for years regarding his theory of colonizing Jupiter, so why not admit that he was behind the tiles that were so close to his beliefs? We find more clues in the tiles that often accompanied the original texts and were equally cryptic. In them, there is mention of journalists and a group called the Hellion, but it's unclear how they're connected to the author. The most important tile is the so-called manifesto tile on the corner of 16th and Chestnut Street in Philadelphia, which was inscribed with hundreds of words. They mention that the author allegedly fled the country in 1991. Like the original four-lined message, these side texts are rambles that don't make much sense unless you put them in the right context. But no one can find the creator, who is the only one knowing the truth and can explain it all. During the second decade of the 21st century, copycat tiles appeared in many American cities, which just proves how popular the Toynbee mystery is. Some of these are exact replicas, although they vary in style, size, and font. Others were made to honor the unknown Philadelphia artist. Like the originals, their authors remain unknown. The side texts mentioned the tiler was in huge danger, so this could explain why they never revealed themselves to the public. But until the person or people who have been making these tiles step forwards, the mystery of the Toynbee tiles will live on.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.